Hey friends, just wanted to provide a quick update. I told you a little bit about the anchor trolley I installed on my kayak and showed a little bit of detail around that, but I mentioned that I have an anchor wizard as well. I've got the crank of the anchor wizard up here, and then I still wanted to use the chute that kind of deploys the anchor and stows it away. I wanted to continue to use that with my anchor trolley. I've seen a few videos of how folks do it, and I learned a couple things from there, and then just want to show you what I came up with. And the first thing I did is I took my 3-pound anchor here. I bought one of these little, I don't remember what you call this clasp, but it's a 3/16 clasp that I attach to the bottom of the anchor, because I really prefer to rock rig this anchor. Just to ensure that if I ever need to, if I get my anchor stuck, and that's definitely happened before, that I want to be able to unstick it and not have to bail and cut my anchor off in case I'm in a situation where I don't feel very comfortable. So what I did is I got some of paracord. In fact, this was the cord that came with my anchor wizard. I had some extra, so it's very strong cord, and I did a four braid or a 4 lead strand. I don't know what the hell you call it. I did a 4-strand braid. That's it. It's a round braid, and you can see here I attached one end to my clasp here, and then I'm going to run this all the way to the top and then wire tie it in place. Right here you can see at the top of the anchor. If I'm in a lake and I don't feel like rock rigging it, because sometimes this thing kind of like breaks off and then I've got to deal with reattaching it, is I made this long enough to where I could still take this clasp and attach it to the top of the anchor and just kind of keep it just like this, but attach rigidly at the top. But normally I'm going to rock rig this thing, and I'll show you kind of how I attach it. So I'll get a piece of, rather a wire tie, and I will wire tie the top right here and kind of cinch it up at the very, very top of this thing. And I will show you in a moment. Let me cut this off. Of course, as an engineer, I always have something on me, like a pair of clips. All right, so this is basically how I do it, is I attach it to the top here, and I'll kind of orient it tightly. So this is how this thing attaches, just like this. And I'll go ahead and show you what I did up here. Is I got a 2-inch ring. Hopefully you can see that. It's a 2-inch ring. It's a, I think, galvanized steel ring, and I put a leader on it, and I attached that leader, maybe you can see a little better here. I attached the leader to the ring that the anchor typically goes through. So it gives me a little bit of a tether. And so this is what I'll do, is I'll take the end of the line that my anchor wizard spool is connected to, and I'll take that and then essentially put it right on the end. But before I do that, actually I was premature. Before I do that, I'm going to send it through that 2-inch ring I just mentioned. So I've got the 2-inch ring. I'm going to drop the anchor line through it, and then I'm going to attach to the clasp, or the little carabiner at the end of my anchor. Just like that. Okay, so there's the setup. I've got that wire tie. If I do get this thing snagged, and I've done this before, I can pull really hard, and that wire tie is gonna break off, and it's gonna swing this anchor down, and then essentially I can unstick it from whatever it's underneath. And I've done that successfully several times. So it's a good thing to have when you're in current, although some folks don't really want to ever be in really strong current with a kayak in an anchor system, because things can go south pretty quick. But nothing I fish or paddle in, or in this case pedal in, really is that severe of a situation where that would happen. But I definitely have gotten this jammed and stuck. So let me drop this down to the floor. Hopefully you can kind of see that. I'll move my kayak a little forward. So when it's time, so I can obviously shuttle this anchor to and forth to get it to either end of the kayak. And then when it's time to pull the anchor up, what I'll do, and I need to get on the water and figure out the best position for this ring to be in to pull this anchor up. But I'm kind of thinking it'll be in the back, or that's where I'm going to start at least. So I'm going to lock the anchor line down, or I should say the anchor trolley line. So that's locked with the ring in the back. And then when I crank this anchor up, the first thing that's going to happen is that 2-inch ring is going to drop. Hopefully you can see that. Is going to drop over top of that anchor. Move forward a little bit. So now the 2-inch ring is now essentially lassoed around my anchor. And then when that happens, the rest should be pretty easy. It should just kind of come straight up, and then the anchor is deployed. A little bit tight on this line here, but not too tight. I'm not fighting it too much. So that's the thought process behind it. I'll go ahead and drop it down again, and then maybe go a little bit faster. So there we go. And the anchor is now stowed away. So that's what I'm going with. We'll have to see how it works in the real life, because I haven't taken this out since I made this modification. But I think theoretically this should work great, and if it doesn't, maybe I'll update with a quick video with anything I change, or just provide any comments in the video just to let you know how it's going. Thanks guys, appreciate you watching. Drop me a comment if you have any questions, happy to answer them. Until next time, Fishtails RVA out.